Let's turn to UK basketball. Some future Cats have been working out together during this offseason. On Saturday, the Big Blue Nation was treated to a pair of 30-second clips highlighting a workout between Kentucky signees BJ Boston, Terrence Clark, and Devin Askew out in Los Angeles. Later, 3 full minutes of footage was released showing the trio's workout, featuring high-flying dunks, three-point jumpers, fadeaways, alley-oops, the whole 9 yards. In the final Rivals recruiting rankings, Boston came in at number 4, Clark was number 7. Boston's finish gives Coach Cal his first top 5 signee since Skal Labissiere finished number 1 in the 2015 recruiting rankings. And Keith, that is the very definition of why rankings matter.
You know, I don't care that there was more than 3 of them there. I don't know what California's laws are, but to see them working out and to see what this team's going to be really exciting. Even last year, I didn't want to give up on last year's team, and obviously we didn't get to see what they could have been. But this was the team I was really looking forward to see, this one coming up. So hopefully all is well by the time they're ready to go in October.
Yeah, this group looks like they're going to be a bunch of high flyers playing above the rim, which I'm all for. All right, now to the COVID-19 news around the Bluegrass. First, this week brings reopening measures of varying degrees in Kentucky and 48 other states. Our state's restaurants and other businesses will begin opening their doors on Friday. And during a recent briefing from the governor, he looked ahead to future parts of Kentucky's reopening plan, including some popular summer activities. Starting on June 1st, the following places can reopen and events can resume: state resort parks, recreational parks, lodges and cabins, Natural Bridge and Cumberland Falls state resort parks, aquatic centers with pools that are solely created for exercise, like lap pools, fitness centers, and recreational businesses like bowling alleys and movie theaters. Most of these businesses will reopen with reduced capacity. Keith, it's a great sign that things are starting to reopen up. I know on Friday restaurants can start opening up. Are you going to be going out right away?
You know, I think I would be apt to go out if it were outdoor seating more than indoor seating. And, you know, obviously they're keeping the capacity down, so that makes me feel a little better about it. We've been going out and getting so much takeout that it would be good to sit down and just enjoy a meal somewhere else. But again, I think I'd rather do it outdoor.
I'm with you. I would love to go sit outdoors at a restaurant this weekend. I think I'm going to try to do that. All right. The Kentucky Department of Education has released new guidance for school leaders to consider when making plans for the upcoming school year. The KDE is providing administrators with a variety of questions to consider before students and staff are allowed. Some of them include: how will school leaders ensure the health and safety of everybody in their buildings? How will they maintain quality teaching and learning? And how will they support exceptional learners, including gifted and talented students and students in need of special education services? The KDE also suggested 4 different scenarios for how to reopen schools. Keith, I think this is going to be one of the toughest things for everybody to figure out, is how do we get school back in session normally in August?
And looking at the 4 of the options, they're all so different in the way they're thinking about doing things. They're even thinking about making kids maybe go on a Monday, Wednesday, and then another set go on a Tuesday, Thursday, and all sorts of things. I just know that from hearing from so many parents, I think that you've got to have a way for kids to have structure more than just giving them assignments that you expect them to get done by the end of the week. I'd love to see more Zoom classrooms, but in order to get that done, every kid has to have the same capabilities with the internet and computers and all of that.
And I know from talking to teachers that they want to be back with the students. Let's hope it's possible in the fall. During a normal year, the arrival of Memorial Day weekend would mean public pools would be opening for the unofficial start of summer. Not so in 2020. 2020, you are the worst. While Governor Beshear is loosening up some restrictions, public pools are still not permitted to open. And the city of Lexington has already finalized its decision not to open pools this year.
We're heartbroken like everyone else that our pools can't open this summer, but our mayor, in coordination with the governor, the CDC, and the health department, have decided it's simply not safe for us to open this summer.
Lexington Parks and Rec officials add that with no firm date for reopening public pools in place, the city simply has no way to prepare. It takes at least 6 weeks to get pools ready and to train their nearly 200 employees. Keith, it is a bummer. This one, though, I do understand.
Yeah, you know what? It made a little more sense when I heard that explanation that it takes so many weeks to get the pools prepared. You've got to get everybody trained, all your lifeguards and everybody that's keeping the pools clean. And so that helps me understand why this is so hard to do.
And they haven't been able to do that in the wake of all of the, staying healthy at home. So they're not prepared. And I get this. There's reasoning behind it. Now on Hey Kentucky, in case you missed it, a review of recent headlines. As it copes with over a third of its labor force out of work, experts say Kentucky could need to borrow money if those unemployment levels continue through the summer. One economist says the state would need a massive loan from the federal government if it doesn't provide direct assistance before the state's trust fund runs out. Meanwhile, Louisville's mayor is refusing to express confidence in the city's police chief in the wake of the Breonna Taylor shooting case. The story has drawn national scrutiny and prompted a wrongful death lawsuit. And Kentuckians are remembering former First Lady and Miss America, Phyllis George, who died last Thursday following an extended illness. She's the ex-wife of Governor John Y. Brown, who served from 1979 to 1983. And of course, Phyllis George was also a huge pioneer for females in sports broadcasting. She will be dearly missed. Up next on Hey Kentucky, we return to the big story that involves UK cheerleading. Maggie Davis will join us to talk about the impact of today's news of the coach firings on the future of the program. Stay with us.